So in just a couple days, it will officially be 3 months, 90 days, or 1/4 of an entire year since the Red Dead Online Summer Update was first announced, first revealed, first teased, and Rockstar got all of our hopes up with Red Dead Online by showcasing to us perhaps one of the most hyped DLC updates yet to come to Red Dead Online. And at first, it was going to be the saving grace for this game with 3 new player roles, the Bounty Hunter, the Trader, and the Collector, all at your disposal for you as a Red Dead Online player to hop back and forth between setting out into the open world to either hunt down notorious outlaws, bringing them to justice for a payout, or just simply exploring the world collecting treasure and other loot as a collector, or even building your own business at your camp with materials you accumulate on your own travels in Red Dead Online. And players are insanely excited for this update, including myself, and many have mentioned they finally returned to the game after a long and much needed break, and now they are ready to put in some work before the update releases to make sure they have enough cash and gold on hand, as well as to make sure they are the appropriate rank in Red Dead Online to be able to consume all the amazing content coming in the summer update, like buying dogs and canine companions for your camp, hunting wagons to use and store more animal carcasses and pelts while you go hunting, the ability to use Eagle Eye for longer while running and galloping on horseback, or even cool exclusive unlocks like reinforced lassos, improved binoculars, and even metal detectors. And all of this stuff excites us as players, and we cannot wait to sink our teeth into it all. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we have to prepare. And by prepare, I don't just mean simply play the game, make an extra couple $100 and 15 gold bars and rank up a handful of times. I mean seriously get the most out of your playtime in Red Dead Online, whether you have 10 hours every day to play, only a couple days a week to grind, or maybe even only an hour or two throughout the whole entire week to play the game. In this video, I will be telling you guys exactly what you should be doing with your time if you want to be prepared for the summer update, so that when it releases, you can go on a huge spending spree on new DLC items like weapons, clothing, dogs, wagons, horses, maybe even new DLC ability cards, buying all that stuff absolutely stress-free because you put in the work beforehand and now you are ready to rumble. So drop a like if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at HazardousHDTV to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Red Dead Redemption 2 online news and information. I also have a gold bar giveaway going on here on my channel right now. Just check out the link down in the description below to enter. So first off, let's start off with the basics and some housekeeping things just to make sure you can be in the running to seriously grind this game and then pretty much save up all your money and gold that you're making for the update itself. So first things first, what weapons do you have? If you are a lower level and you've not yet reached the appropriate rank to unlock all weapons in this game quite yet, don't worry, as it's not entirely necessary at this point to have all the weapons, but just the essentials. And the weapons I would strongly recommend you invest in if you're just starting out is the Lancaster repeater, the varmint rifle, the bolt action rifle, or the Springfield rifle, whichever rifle you want, bolt action or Springfield, the double barrel shotgun, and the pump action shotgun as well. And in terms of sidearms, whatever you decide on, make sure you're comfortable using them. And if you purchase an offhand holster to dual wield, think long and hard about what you want that second sidearm you're holding to be. The biggest thing here is to try not waste too much money on weapons like the repeating shotgun or a second repeater or a rifle you may not really end up using, and of course, try to resist the urge to splurge on sidearms unless you are purposely trying to collect them all, and maybe you might want to pick up a bow as well. That is very useful for hunting. Now, for players who have the rank unlock requirements or have most or even all weapons already unlocked, just upgrade the statistics of your weapons like the rifling, the barrels, the sights, and things of that nature. Don't unnecessarily spend gold and money on different metals, engravings, and carvings for your weapons. And most likely, the summer update player roles like the Bounty Hunter, Trader, and Collector will bring multiple better ways to make money than currently in the game, like fishing, hunting, and doing missions. And that is why it's most important to save as much money now so you can buy all the new content and use that to make even more money faster than you're currently doing now, and then finally buy the items you may want or need in game right now. Always be looking towards the future with Rockstar games. Treat this like real life. If there is a necessity or need you absolutely have to have right this second, or else you cannot be effective or efficient while playing, like not having a repeater or shotgun, for example, or a varmint rifle or bow for hunting, then go buy one. But just like you wouldn't buy a new car, house, and a bunch of clothes all in 1 week's time unless you're considerably wealthy in real life, then refrain from spending all your hard-earned money in Red Dead Online as well, of course, until the big summer update. Now, weapons out of the way, let's talk about some other housekeeping items like ability cards and horses, and then we'll get into the real nitty-gritty of this video. let's start with horses. You only need one really good horse right now. I have a full stable of 5 and I've tested out and wasted a lot of money and gold on many other horses that I've had to discard just to make more room in my 5 limited horse stables. But the most popular and best horses in the game are the multi and superior horses, both for health and stamina benefits, although how they control and how they react to predators like wolves, bears, and alligators are also important to keep in mind as well. And I would make sure you either have a Mustang, a Missouri Foxtrotter, a Turkmen, or an Arabian, or maybe even one of the larger war or work horses at your disposal in your stable. It's important to have a good horse, but the saddle and stirrups are perhaps even more important now than they were before. I used to rock the Panther Trail saddle, but now I use the Nacogdoches saddle with the hooded stirrups, and my horse's stamina will pretty much never drain. It's an exaggeration, but I could have the worst horse in the game, and with that saddle and stirrup combo, it can compete with the best horses in the game, like an Arabian, if they were using a really bad saddle on that horse. Now for ability cards, I will just mention my own PvE and PvP card setups, and you can create your own and let me know what they are in the comments. But for PvE, player versus environment, I use Painted Black, Eye for an Eye, Cold-Blooded, and the Unblinking Eye, all which help me get Deadeye back so I don't have to waste time on tonics and crafting them, and also my Deadeye drains slower so I can use it for a longer period of time. The NPC enemies in free roam are really easy to headshot, so you don't even necessarily need to paint it black, but I like using it because whether I'm doing a story mission, a stranger mission, or even a dynamic free roam event, I'm always hunting to pass the time and get larger payouts of money, gold, and XP for that mission, and so it's really good to use painted black to mark targets on the animals that you're hunting. Now for player versus player and PvP, my cards are also painted black, winning streak, peak condition, and never without one. So for PvP, I use more damage cards for my build, and for your own build, really pay attention to your setup so you can make some fierce builds for your own playstyle that you may have. Whatever cards you decide to use, make sure you want to stick with them and make sure they are maxed out to tier 3. It's expensive, but if you're not upgrading your cards, then I would honestly argue it's pretty much a waste of money to buy them in the first place. Go the extra mile, max them out to tier 3 if they are not already, but make sure they are the cards you want to use. Save your money and don't upgrade all your ability cards, every single ability card in the game, to tier 3 until you have a ton of money after you buy everything you want in the summer update. Now, let's jump into the final part of the video, which is the juicy missions. Whether you like completing story missions or stranger missions, I will be giving you a quick but comprehensive guide on both. So starting off with stranger missions. The ones I like to do are in West Elizabeth and the Hennigan Stead area, so Bonnie McFarlane, Sean, Langton, Shaky, and Hector missions. You run the mission timer for any of these mission givers down to 3 minutes, and while you are doing that, hunt in the Great Plains and hunt the deer, the pronghorn, the bison, the elk, the cougars, etc. And just make sure to cycle all these missions. These missions are really good because they'll all keep you in that area. Besides the Langton missions, he'll sometimes send you out to like the tumbleweed area. But the main mission and money givers are the Bonnie and Sean missions. Those pay out the most because typically the missions you get from them are recovery and on the hunt, and you get paid a ton of money and a ton of gold even if you complete them relatively quickly if you are trying to grind gold. But nonetheless, complete Langton, Shaky, and Hector missions to pass the time until Bonnie and Sean missions are available once again. Now for the story missions, the best one to do, I have a video that I uploaded yesterday on the best and most efficient ways to make money, and this is just kind of similar to that, but it's also just to prepare for the update in general. So for the story missions, the one I'd recommend grinding, especially with the 30% boost this week on money and XP, is highly illegal and highly moral. All you have to do basically is it spawns you off in Van Horn. You need to have another friend to do this with you so you don't actually complete the mission. Have another friend with you. Go to your pause menu, go to progress, go to story, replay, highly illegal, highly moral. When you get into the lobby, do not matchmake. Start the mission yourself with your friend. Have one friend go to Van Horn, have another friend go to the camp, eliminate all those enemies, and then when it says return to the marshal, you just head right south to the Blue Water Marsh north of Saint Denis and hunt in the swamps. Set a timer on your phone for 1/2 hour. Basically, just hunt everything. Hunt herons, spoonbills, pelicans, cranes, egrets, deer, boar, turkeys, hawks, vultures, geese, ducks, snapping turtles, other small game like muskrats, raccoons, skunks, squirrels, frogs. Hunt everything. Make sure you hunt and skin everything for this half hour. If you fill up on certain plumes from the birds like the herons, the spoonbills, the pelicans, the cranes, all that stuff, or any maybe pelts from a 3-star buck you may find typically just a little bit north of Blue Water Marsh near the coast, make sure you go and sell that when the timer's up and then go and complete the mission. If you hang in the mission for 30 to 40 minutes, you'll make about $75 to $80 from the mission itself, and you can also make anywhere from like a really bad hunting run would be like $50. A really good hunting run would be like $120. You can make over $200 just from this one mission alone in that 30 to 40 minutes, and it's super effective. So those are the two things, stranger missions and story missions. That is how you're going to make a ton of money. I've been grinding the stranger missions mostly for the past month, and now I've switched to the story missions, and I've made $3,000 in the past maybe about 9 to 10 hours of my own gameplay. $3,000 for legit not glitching, doing a treasure map glitch or anything like that is a ton of money to make in Red Dead Online. But with all that said and out of the way, that is everything I wanted to share on exactly what you should be doing to make sure you are well prepared for all the new content that comes in the new Red Dead Online summer update. I think all of us are looking forward to jumping into all the fresh new content from the 3 upcoming DLC player roles from the summer update, and we'll just see where it all goes from here, and I will make sure to keep you up to date. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. I cannot wait for this update to release so I can make a ton of guides on these roles for you guys, and you know exactly how to rank up, progress, do all that things, get the best tips and tricks to actually get more immersed in your player role, whether it's the bounty hunter, trader, or collector. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What have you been doing to prepare for the summer update? Are your tips the same as mine? Is money your focus and you are looking to save on big chunks of change, or are you grinding stranger missions to get massive gold payouts relatively quickly, or are you still just trying to rank up and hit that long sought after level 100 in Red Dead Online? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And with that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Red Dead Online and Red Dead Redemption 2. I got you covered with the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, leaks, and all that good stuff, and also Grand Theft Auto Online and The Last of Us Part 2 content. Can't forget about those. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram to also get connected with me outside of YouTube, you can follow me at HazardousHDTV on all 3, and all of those links can be found in the description below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to check out the gold bar giveaway down in the description below as well, and I'll see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.